Hey everybody, welcome to the JLash Show. My name is Lasher, and welcome back to Season 2, Episode 38 of the JLash Show. Another very good episode as the Flyers are leading their series 2-0 against the Pittsburgh Penguins, which I am really happy about. So I have a bit to talk about there, especially later in the show when we have our previous guests come on again for a Flyers follow-up, which is going to be very good. And another thing is, sorry for any technical difficulties you guys may have, because there is some going on right now. But now stop with that. Now let's get on to the JLash Show. The Philadelphia Flyers have won 3-0 in their latest game against the Pittsburgh Penguins, which was absolutely awesome. And it's awesome. So I'm happy and just glad that they won, because seeing them win in the playoffs is just another type of absolute hype for them. And I think that if we have that hype in the playoffs, I don't think we're ever going to lose it, in my opinion. So if we're like, I'm just happy. I'm just happy because once they win, they're just going to keep winning consecutively. That's the thing. If they keep winning consecutively, that's the good thing. And Owen Tippett scoring one goal, especially last game, is absolutely amazing. Travis Konechny and Sean Couturier, which Sean Couturier is very good. Well, not Sean Couturier. It was Luke Lending for an empty net in the third period. But yeah, we are just a powerful team right now, and there's really nothing stopping us from that. Like, I don't see anyone stopping us, our offense and defense, and our goalie work, which we are going to talk about deeper depth once we get to the guests. But really, I'm not really concerned about them as of right now. Like, there's really nothing to be concerned about, because they are a very powerful team as is, and seeing them like this is just another type of, like, not reassurance, but like a sign that they are doing very well and they will not stop anytime soon. And I think everything is going very in their favor, especially because we have the better players. And yeah, that is not a doubt. So I think that they are very well. So anyways, let's talk about any missed call that was missed last game, especially because the goalie for the Penguins, Stuart Skinner, and I'm going to talk about this later in the show, and we will have a JLash Show replay center on this. He intentionally stuck his stick out to trip Owen Tippett, and that is not cool whatsoever. I don't care what team you're on or whatever. That is just that. I mean, that's unacceptable that the refs didn't call that. And like I said, they should. I mean, they have the ability to call an entire game, and not doing that is just absolutely unacceptable. It's not cool. It's stupid. So when there's a call that something like that comes up, that should be one of the first things that they call, and that's kind of a little bit appalling that they didn't call that. So I'm a little bit mad, but whatever. It is what it is. So I mean, it's gonna get better for us. So once we get into Philly, which they are getting into Philly tonight, so I am excited to see. They're never gonna let Sidney Crosby hear the end of it, in my opinion, because that guy sucks, and I want to see him absolutely go down in flames. I'm not gonna feel sorry for him whatsoever, because he is just, God, I hate the guy, and him just like doing everything. It's so stupid. So I don't really care if he goes down in flames or not. So it's whatever. I don't really care. It's kind of his deal at this point. But I don't really care, because he's terrible. But the Flyers, like I said, are good. So they won 3-2. I don't know. They did win that in regulation. I was about to say overtime, but they won that in regulation, thankfully, because we were able to get up pretty big. And if Pittsburgh scored that goal and we didn't score a goal, it would have tied it up. And that's something I would have been scared of for the offense and defense, because I feel like the offense would have stalled a little bit under Rick Touche, which would have been unfortunate. So I'm glad they didn't stall. So as a hockey fan, I'm just happy that they made it in and that they score that goal, because if they didn't score those 2 goals, we would have totally been screwed. So I am totally fine with whatever they say. The second game we won 3-0. We completely shut out the Pittsburgh Penguins. Like, that is like mind-boggling to me. Like, I never thought we would have done that, and really, I'm quite frankly shocked that we were able to do that. So I'm totally fine with whatever we're doing, and I think that we should keep it going. And if we don't keep it going, then that's kind of unfortunate. But it is what it is. So I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm just at least happy that they're in, and hope that they just keep winning. So I'm just doing my own thing, you know. I'm just doing whatever they do. So I'm not upset about anything. But it's whatever. So we'll see what kind of happens in this series and everything like that. But what I'm not really fazed about is the fights that have been going on and everything, because of course it's a cross-state rivalry game. It's going to get tense, but the fights, they are like the next entertaining thing that is going on for the Flyers and the Penguins, because that's what the fans love the most, is the fights. So I'm completely for that, just as long as like no one gets seriously hurt. But that doesn't matter to me, because it's hockey. You're supposed to be rough. You're gonna get hurt. So it's fine. But really, I'm just happy that they're in. And I know I mentioned it a lot, but like, I'm just happy that they are in the playoffs. And like we're saying, this is proving a lot, and this is very telling for what happens in the future, that they could defeat Carolina if we defeat Pittsburgh. Carolina, I get it, is a tough team, but I totally think if we can keep up the momentum and keep up the goalie work and keep up the offensive work, I totally think that we will be totally fine. I totally think that, actually. Like, and that's what's telling to all of this, is what's going to happen is I think that the goalie work is going to get better and better and better and better. And everything like that will just get better and better and better and better as we keep moving forward in the series. Pittsburgh has a 43.5 face-off percentage in the last game. So we are a very good face-off team, in my opinion. And I totally think that if we keep it going, we will keep winning face-offs, winning face-offs, winning face-offs, winning face-offs, and we'll just keep going. And I totally think that we are totally face-off overtime shootout team. And I totally think that we are a penalty kill team and a power play team. We scored a shorthanded goal. What does that say about the Flyers? That we are a good team? Yeah, I totally think so. And like, there's no other team that like does really what we do. I totally think that we are better than like a lot of these teams out here. Like, there's really no doubt about it. Actually, like, we're better. We are a lot better. So there's no doubt about that. Absolutely not. So if I do say so myself. So I'm not upset about anything that the Flyers are doing. I totally think that they are doing very good as of right now. So I totally think that if we keep it moving, we're going to keep going. So yeah, it's just, oh God, the Fly guys are looking good, and Ignite the Orange is so tough. Not gonna lie, like it's probably one of the best things I've ever heard in a playoff thing. I totally think that we're gonna win tonight if this gets out on time. If they have not already won, I totally think that we are going to win. So if y'all think differently, then get out of here. Like, you're not a Flyers fan. So we're only rooting on the Flyers on this podcast. This is a Flyers only place. So like, if y'all want to talk Flyers, I'll let you go ahead, talk Flyers. So anyways, really, I totally think that we are going to win. I think we're going to win easily. This might be a sweep. Like, I'm not kidding. This could turn out to be a sweep for the Flyers. That would be awesome. That would totally be awesome. A sweep? Like, no one would have ever thought of that, actually. Like, I wouldn't have thought of that myself. Like, a sweep? in the first round is amazing for the Flyers. So that's going to definitely prove their dominance in the future, and I'm hoping that that does prove their dominance in the future for them in a good way. So, yeah, that is pretty much about it. Now on to the JLash Show weather report, and then I will have the guests on. Welcome to the JLash Show Weather Center. I'm your chief meteorologist, Jackson Lasher, and it looks like it is going to be a little bit warm up, and then it's going to definitely cool down a little bit into the low 60s, which is not cool. It's kind of warm and mild, if you ask me, but it's not going to be bad. But there is a super soaker coming on Saturday, which is going to bring 95% chance of rain for the entire day, and it's easily going to rain over an inch. I checked, which is going to suck, but it is what it is. Just stay indoors, stay warm, and stay dry. Just stay high and dry. And I wouldn't be shocked in the next few days that there's going to be a flood watch issued. I wouldn't be shocked at that at all. So just keep an eye out with the National Weather Service and make sure that you guys are high and dry. So, and then it's gonna rain a little bit, drizzle on Sunday. So yeah, it's not gonna be like too terrible, but it's not gonna be great. But the overall highs are looking to be in the low to mid 60s, which is going to be a very nice day. So that is pretty much about it. Now on to the guests for the JLash Show. And we are back for another episode 4 days after the old one for a reevaluation of the Philadelphia Flyers. How you guys doing?
Great, JLash. How are you?
Doing great, JLash. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing absolutely great since the Flyers are up 2-0. I mean, I'm chilling, and there's a game tonight, so we have you guys know how you said you had the Flyers in 7?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be much less.
Oh yeah, I was about to ask you guys. I was gonna ask you guys. I'm like, is it gonna be less? Like, because
it's looking like it.
Because we've won 2 consecutive games. What's up?
Listen. I remember last time I was on here, I said that the Penguins were gonna win game 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Not only have the Penguins won game 1 at Pittsburgh,
they
won game 2 as well. We're up 2-0. I have the Flyers beating the Penguins in 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, a potential sweep.
Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome. I was thinking, I'm like, are we seriously going to get a sweep here?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking too, bro. And sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Go for it.
All right. And I think one thing too is like, if we do end up sweeping the Penguins, it's going to be very telling for the rest of the playoffs too. Because listen, I genuinely thought that we were probably going to beat the Penguins in 7 games, go to the next round and lose. But if we're sweeping the Penguins in the first round, I don't see why they could not put up a fight in the second round.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially against like Carolina and all that. Like, really.
Exactly.
Because Carolina, I was actually scared to face Carolina. Now I'm not really, because we have such a young lineup, and if you saw us in the hockey and playing hockey in Pittsburgh, I'm like, this is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, we're really physical.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh can't keep up with it.
Yeah, that's the one thing I was going to talk about is the fights. That was amazing.
Yeah.
And I knew this was going to happen. And I saw like a clip from, I believe it was like ESPN or like Bleacher Report or something like that. I saw Sidney Crosby just trying to get into it with the players, shoving them with his stick. I'm like, you're just a dick, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
you shouldn't be doing all that.
I know. And I know from like a while back when he like in interviews and all that, like he said he doesn't like the Flyers. I'm like, dude, we get it. You don't like the Flyers. Just like tough up. You're just come on.
Yeah. Like, he said he doesn't like anyone on our team. He doesn't like our fans.
Yeah, because we have better people than him. Like,
yeah, he just can't.
So obvious that we have better fans in everything. Like
every sport.
He can't understand how rowdy we are, and dude, he doesn't like our grittiness.
I know he's scared of it. To be honest, he's scared of it.
Yeah, I agree.
Like they are going to rattle his cage these next 2 games. I know it. I just know it.
Absolutely.
Yes, I agree.
So yeah, some game performance follow-ups. What specifically changed between periods that allow momentum to swing?
Honestly, I genuinely think it's the coaching, to be honest with you. And, man, I just think that our team is so young, they're so energetic, and they're ready to get it done. And I think that, the Flyers are a tough team. You know, everyone underestimates Philadelphia in every sport, or I wouldn't maybe say underestimate, but they don't want us to, they don't want us to win, and we like that. And that's what we went on and did.
Yeah, it's incredible how much they don't want us to win. Like they actually it's actually incredible.
It is.
And watch Pittsburgh fans just like not come to Philly at all during this, and then watch our fans just like come back to Pittsburgh because we have the most passionate fan base. Like it's
Take
like,
over that arena.
yeah, like they're gonna. I mean, it was pretty packed with Flyers fans, in my opinion, better than Penguins fans. So, did the physical play cross the line, or is it just playoff hockey at its best?
I think it's playoff hockey at its best. Both teams want it the most, so they're both going to be gritty. But I feel like the Flyers are just more on their ass. Like
Absolutely.
we're putting it to them.
I mean, that's why we're called the Broad Street Bullies, because we just keep putting it to them, and
Yeah,
that's
anytime they touch the puck, we hit them.
that's that's what I like the most. And y'all, did you guys see the goaltender Stuart Skinner? I think it was game 2. The trip. Who did he trip? It was either Owen Tippett or Porter.
Yeah, it was Owen
Markkanen.
Tippett, I think.
Yeah, because
Yeah, he stuck his stick out and tripped them
oh my
completely.
god, and they did, and the refs didn't call a penalty over
Yeah,
it.
it's crazy. It's
No,
ridiculous.
that was and you could see it in his body management as we look at the JLash Show replay center right now. You can look at his body in this, and he sticks his stick out intentionally. Like this is not like some little goof up where he just like accidentally moves his stick out. You can see it move out intentionally.
Clear as day.
Clear as day. Clear as day. And the refs, I think the refs should be ashamed of themselves because they have the opportunity to change the game completely as a whole, and they just choose not to call something like that. I mean, we were up anyways, but they have a chance to like punish the guy for it, and they didn't decide to punish him.
Exactly.
Like I said, Jackson, they don't want to see us win, bro. The fans don't want to see us win. The players don't want to see us win. And the refs don't want to see us win. The officiators, all of them, they don't want to see us win. And I think that's the mentality that the Flyers are going to have throughout the entire playoffs. And I think that's what makes us such a great team. I think that's what makes Philadelphia such a great city. Nobody wants us to win, and we keep proving them wrong. We just saw that with the Sixers last night. No Embiid. We're in Boston.
Yeah,
and we won.
We can and we won by a pretty good amount too. We kept Boston under triple digits, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, not to switch the topic, but they don't want to see us win.
Nobody wants to see us win,
especially Boston. Like Boston, they're basically equivalent to the Pittsburgh Penguins, easily.
Exactly.
If not worse. Like they mocked us the first game. They're saying we want Boston and all that. I'm like, and then the second game we kind of brought it to them, which I'm happy about.
Absolutely.
So the second question, how much does the rivalry factor actually impact performance in a series like this?
Do you want to go, Jake?
Yeah, I'll go first. See, I think rivalries definitely, it gets more intense. It's a lot more physical. These are two teams that hate each other a lot. We see it all the time in sports. Typically, the games where it's the rival matchups and all that, tend to be a lot more physical. And I think playing physical and playing with a lot of intensity definitely does impact the game. And I would say that with the Flyers and Penguins being such a historic rivalry in hockey, I think this definitely will play a big role, especially in the older guys that have been playing and
For,
playing against the Flyers for a long time.
yeah, for a while now, especially that the players have been playing for a while.
Hmm.
Yeah, and this rivalry is, I would say, easily the best, and like not probably not in every sport because you got Eagles versus Cowboys and all that, and then you got but easily the best in hockey because it's cross state. You don't really have any teams like that are like cross state like that. Like it's amazing. Like
Yeah, they both
it's
want to kill each other when they're out there. The physicality's been crazy this series. All this
oh yeah.
fight, all the hits. I feel like we're just bringing it to them.
That no, that's a big thing. That's a big thing in my opinion. That's the physical fighting is a big part of this. And then another question is, what will this game? What will past two games tell you about what's coming for the rest of the series and possibly the rest of the playoffs?
We're gonna keep burying Penguins. I feel like we're gonna keep moving on. We got a tough matchup with Hurricanes, but I feel like we could do it if we keep up the intensity, the goal scoring. We'll go pretty far in the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
I
abs.
think that if something happens that we end up sweeping the Penguins, it's going to be very telling of how the rest of the playoffs are going to go. They're going to know like, hey, these Flyers, man, they're not anyone to play with. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a tough match every time. It's, no easy wins, but something happens that we let up two, three, even four wins against these Penguins. It says a lot about our team and just what we have to improve on in the future.
No, that's yeah, that's a completely good response because I feel like that they are going to move on in the playoffs because if they can defeat like Carolina, then I think that they have a very decent chance at making it to maybe even the third or fourth round. Like I totally think that. I mean, time will tell, obviously, with how they play and their offense and defense, especially their goaltending, because their goaltending is absolutely amazing, especially Tampa
Yeah,
Bay.
we're not talking about that enough. How I feel like I think we only let in one goal this series so far. We're doing
Oh yeah,
really good, and knock on wood.
yeah. I'm extremely proud of Dan Vladar because he is a absolute stud in the net. Like he's he's just amazing. I don't think I praise him enough for what he does because he's he's just something else in a good way, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to look at, the offense and, the scoring and whatnot and be like, okay, these are the great players, these are guys that are putting the ball or not the ball, the puck in the net. But, when it comes to goalies, I don't think and we really appreciate what they do for a team because listen, you can have guys that are scoring goals left and right, but, if you're letting up a goal every single time, you know, go
Then you're
down, then not doing too well.
no, that's I completely agree with that. The yeah, and the Pittsburgh Penguins goal, he is just he's terrible, especially like Stuart Skinner. He is just trash
Yeah,
Fresh.
because he's just letting up goals left and right, and I don't know like if it's the coaching that's doing this or if it's just his mindset, but like it's not great.
yeah, he's doing terrible in that. We're literally bullying him every time we get the puck. It's going by him.
It's funny. It's honestly funny to see him go down like this.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and hopefully not every goalie is going to be like this, but hopefully we have a few goalies that are like this. Honestly,
I
that's
agree.
that's only a hope. That's not like a promise, but it's if we can't get anyone like that, then that's totally fine. So, is the series providing the Flyers ahead of schedule, or is it exposing gaps?
Can you
Um,
repeat the question real quick?
Yeah, I'll reread it.
I'll repeat it, yeah.
Yeah. Is the series providing the Flyers ahead of schedule or exposing gaps?
You want to go first, then?
Yeah. I'm. What happened to him?
I got kicked out.
Oh, look, there's a picture of you.
Oh, there is?
That's a good one. But that's fine. Um, yeah. You want me to reread that question for you guys?
Yes, please.
All right. Let's see, because it still says your name. I'm probably gonna clip this out, so like, it's
All right.
totally fine. Um, let's see. Is the series providing the Flyers ahead of schedule, or is it exposing gaps?
I think it's Chief, what would you have to say? Cause I don't know.
I would say it's definitely planning ahead of schedule. You know, like I said, we're off to a 2-0 start right now. And you know, against a team that I thought we would struggle against, maybe even lose to. So, you know, this is definitely very telling to me.
Yeah. And another good take is: are the Penguins running out of answers, or just one adjustment away?
I think they're running out of answers. They've had 2 whole games to decide what they want to do, and I feel like we're just stopping anything they come up with. You
Yeah.
know, we're
That-
we're shutting them down offensively. We're bringing it to them when they're on defense, and we're just getting by them. I don't think they could change anything. I feel like we're just fired up.
Yeah, I think we're ignite the orange is what they're saying.
Yeah,
Yes,
Ain't the
absolutely,
city
absolutely.
orange.
I think that's tough. Not gonna lie.
It
yeah, I
is.
think it's tough too.
And then is this turning into a goalie series or a star power series?
Goalie series,
Goalie series, yeah.
Goalie.
because our goalie is doing really well in net, and that's the thing about us. And the Penguins goalie is not doing as well.
Oh yeah,
So
it is.
if we
Stuart
can,
Skinner.
yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Garbage.
And then how are the Flyers trying to neutralize the Penguins' top line?
I would say, ooh, that's a tough one. I think honestly just defensive you know, intensity. I think that yeah, I mean that's really all I gotta say for I think the defensive intensity.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like we're just hitting them every time they come across the blue line, shutting them down, not letting them make a pass to get towards the net, not letting them get a shot off. I feel like we're doing really well with that. And
yeah,
anytime we're in our zone, we're just getting it out. First line can't really do anything about that.
yeah. I can totally back up what you guys are saying. Yeah. Anything else you guys have to say about the Flyers as of right now?
Keep going.
Just keep going. Just keep muscling it through.
Yeah, keep playing
Keep
their
muscling
game.
through, keep up the intensity, go Flyers and go Sixers. That's all I
Yes,
gotta
go
say.
Flyers and go Sixers. Well, it was good having you guys on today, and hopefully they win tonight.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, JLash, for having me, man.
Yeah,
Of
thanks,
course. Thank you
JLash.
guys. Have a good night.
You too.
You too, man.
And fuck the Penguins.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Evan and Jake, for coming on the JLash Show again to give your opinion on the Philadelphia Flyers. Now on to the Philadelphia 76ers, which they have absolutely crushed the Boston Celtics 111-97, which is absolutely amazing. We silenced the haters officially. So, well, not officially because the series is tied 1-1, but that shows that the Flyers have a little bit of dominance in this situation and that they have some good offensive power even without Joel Embiid. And I mentioned that back a little bit, but really, I think that VJ Edgecombe is a guy for the playoffs because he scored 30 points. He scored 30 points, and I'm like, damn, this guy is awesome because he is just he's getting it, and he got 10 rebounds too, 9 assists for Tyrese Maxey. This team is getting younger and younger, and we are doing absolutely amazing. But I think it's almost time to tear it down to the studs because, I don't know what else to say because we're not really that great of a team just yet. But I think that if we are a better offensive team, I think we're good as of right now, but we definitely can get better with VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey. I think that with Quentin Grimes and everything, that would be absolutely amazing. So I totally think that when they have the star power, I think that we will be absolutely great. And there's no doubt about it. Boston Celtics, I don't like the Boston Celtics, and they definitely didn't have the offensive power yesterday. Although Jaylen Brown did very well and had 36 points. I mean, he's very good, and there's definitely no doubt about it. And I'm not going to deny it, but he just didn't have enough to get done, and that's on him. That's on him at the end of the day. Actually, not on him. That's definitely on his team and on his teammates, because they definitely should have performed better. Obviously, that's not on him. He scored 36 points. He did a very good job. But if they can do a little bit better, that would be awesome. But as you can see back there, I definitely had the 2076 postseason for the 76ers, and switch to that with the Phillies, which we will get to any minute, because they are just absolute slop right now. Because they are, I don't know why they are just this bad. Always. I don't know why. But I'll talk to them about it in a minute. The game 2, I think it is it's either tonight or tomorrow night that we are going to have it's probably tomorrow night that we are having a game against the Celtics for game 3. They're probably not going to pack it with the Sixers fans. It's definitely going to be more packed with Flyers fans, definitely, as they are playing tonight. But the 76ers, if they win this, it would be incredible. That means we have any more power to do more stuff in the playoffs. That's kind of my thought process, because the Celtics are absolutely good. So if they win, then we have a very good chance at winning. But the 76ers, they fell to them in the first game, which is why I'm a little bit scared of what's going to happen next. But it is what it is. So I'm not scared. Even if we lose, I'm going to be like, whatever, because it's not like too important of a game. So we'll kind of see what happens. Well, it's important, but like I didn't know they were going to make the playoffs this year. So they're trying. But it's incredible that they won, and like especially because they made the play-in, and like I didn't think we were gonna make the playoffs this year, so I'm kind of sold on that one. But really, I'm happy that they made it, and like we'll kind of see what happens from there. So that's pretty much about it for that. Now on to the absolute terrible Philadelphia Phillies, which they have won or lost eight in a row at this point. Like, they have just been terrible. So they already lost series to the Cubs. That's a given. And next thing that they are going to do is they're going to get swept, most likely. That's unfortunate. They lost a series to the Cubs at home, and and definitely Rob Thompson is completely to blame on this one, because it's not great, and Dave Dombrowski is showing no signs of doing it, because literally today he just said that he is not on the hot seat, which is absolutely incredible to me, which shows that they are just absolute. I don't know why they do what they do. So everyone should be fired. Like, they are just not that good. So I don't know what to say about it. Like, they are just complete crap again. It's again and again and again. It's a common occurrence at this point. And who's to blame? Who's to blame here? You guys might be asking. I totally think that Dave Dombrowski is to blame, because I get it. Thompson can't do much more than coach the team, but Dombrowski is he's the Phillies boss. Like, he's in charge of everyone, and if he's just not going to get rid of Rob Thompson, then who is? Who's going to get rid of him then? They should get rid. He needs to go. He's just showing signs of cracking and not doing good. And we're seeing it in front of our own eyes right now, as they keep losing game after game after game, which we should be winning. Against Taijuan Walker and Jesus Luzardo, which they both have high ERAs, we should not be winning against, but we should be winning each of these games. We had a 96% chance of making the postseason. Now we have a 30% chance. Yeah, of course. So I'm really not shocked. So it's disappointing to see at the very, very, very least, but there's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it. Unfortunately, as time goes on, we can try and mitigate it, but there's nothing we can really do to stop it. Like, it's so stupid. It's unbelievable. But there's really, I mean, I don't know how we're going to stop it. So, yeah. Well, that is pretty much about it. Now on to Philly Sports Shenanigans with JLash. Welcome to Philly Sports Shenanigans with JLash. I am your host for that, Jackson Lasher, and it is absolutely crazy that the Flyers they might get deep, and they're definitely gonna get down and dirty for these playoffs. But that's what we're called the Broad Street Bullies for, and I'm gonna be really happy if they move further in the playoffs, which I will be extremely happy. I will be ecstatic almost. So I'm not really saying anything else because I don't really want to jinx them, and I'm not saying that I am jinxing them or not, but we really need to not jinx them because they are a good team as is, and I don't really want to stop them as is because they are a good team. So just do a little pushing, shoving. I don't really care. As long as no one gets hurt, but I don't really care because the Flyers are my team. So it doesn't really matter to me. So yeah, now on to JLash or Trash. Welcome to JLash or Trash. I'm your host for JLash or Trash, Jackson Lasher, and the hot takes are the Flyers trying to hold off, neutralize on the Penguins? I totally think so because they are doing a very good job at it. They are holding off the Penguins' offense and defense, especially because the Penguins' goaltending is so weak. I don't see them making it past. Like, I don't see them making it anywhere. Take number 2 is Crybaby, a.k.a. Sidney Crosby, is good again, and I don't think so because he is terrible. He's not terrible. He's pretty much washes right now, but he was not terrible in the past. So I wouldn't say anything more or less about him because he was a legend back in the past. So that's pretty much about it for JLash Show Season 2, Episode 38. Follow my social media platforms and visit the website, thejlashtshow.com, to become a guest, just like Evan and Jake did to become a guest. So yeah, that is pretty much about it. Now, signing off. Have a good night, JLash Show Nation.